at some point, but I'll just like, yeah.
I'm sure you will.
We're live now. Cool.
How many drinks are you in?
An undisclosed amount because we're live. Hey everyone, and welcome to Fakertarians After Dark. We're just doing some random ass live stream. So we're thinking of letting people on and talking about what they want to talk about. Our tech guy is away from his computer at the moment, but once he gets back, we're going to try to let some people in. So let's see if we can get some people in the comments here. I know it's kind of random. Corey Holmes is asking what is happening.
Just random bullshit. Nothing.
Yeah, we were just kind of bored, so we're just like, let's make a stream. It's been a while since we've done this.
It has been.
Should have played an intro.
a nice Tom's Woods centered intro.
Yeah. Let me see what I can. Actually, no, because I think we need the tech guy here to let me add videos.
Yeah.
But he'll be back soon. I think he's driving home. So yeah, this isn't like a real podcast or anything. We're just kind of doing our thing here. So it should be fun. We can rank all the islands. So I've thought about like posting on like Reddit or something and trying to find out where that exact Tom Woods Island picture is so that I can go recreate it. I really want to do that.
I didn't even think of that.
Because I know
I'm sure Reddit users could find it.
Yeah, I know he visits the Bahamas a lot, so like I want to go to that exact fucking spot and take the exact picture and the exact pose.
I think it's
in the exact same shirt.
Yeah, no, yeah, or I'll wear one of our shirts. Okay, rank all the islands in a Sam Carpenter style iceberg meme. Well, clearly the Bahamas is responsible for Cuba. Let's start with that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that iceberg meme was interesting because it was funny because he had us in like the third tier, which was like under the water, and then he moved us to the second tier because I complained about it.
I think I brought us down a whole tier.
Yeah, you did because he said like there were good admins and bad admins, and I was in the middle, and you were one of the bad ones. I don't know what Jeremy was. Jeremy might have been good.
I think I'm a good admin.
Jeremy was only one before you in bad or after for better. Jordan was ranked best. Randy actually I ranked kind of in the middle. Like he really hates Randy.
Well, yeah, because Randy doesn't like Sam for that for some of the stuff he's done.
For a blackface thing.
Yeah, I mean that's
for the blackface.
Should we get Sam on here?
Oh, I'm sure we could if we sent him an invite. You know, Sam just loves showing up here and
let me send out. So, audience, just put up with me for a second. I'm gonna try to get some people to join here, and if you want to join, feel free to let us know. But
or should it just be Sam's dad?
That was great.
Yeah, no, there will be no like threats of violence or anything this time. Don't worry.
They don't have to add any disclaimers or anything. And this is, if you want to join, this is no pressure. We're not publishing this as a podcast. We're just kind of doing our own thing here. So this will just be here. It's not going to be on like Spotify or anything, you know. I'm doing some subliminal messaging.
Did you watch that video that I sent yesterday about him like being okay with the police getting rid of the homeless people because property taxes or whatever?
Well, yeah, it's the fucking paleo strategy thing. That was Rothbard's whole thing in that paleo strategy article about it was like unleash the police to get rid of the homeless people or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like straight up exactly one of the things that it was in that 10-point program. That video was hilarious though, because for some reason Karen Ann was just on there doing makeup in the middle of it. I mean, I guess it was like her stream or something, but like,
yeah,
I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on there. Should I start doing that?
Yeah, you can start doing makeup.
Yeah, let me see.
Powder your face a little.
I don't think. Yeah, sometimes my girlfriend keeps her stuff over here, but I don't think there's anything right here. Else I would have started doing it.
We can order you like a pink wig or something. For all that
extra
money.
Well, Jack Lloyd has one.
Oh, that's right.
God, he does. Hey, Jack, do you see us? Are you watching?
Yeah, I can drive over and get it. I'll see what I can do. I wonder if we have anyone sitting backstage right now, like trying to join. Actually, no, I haven't put the link out anywhere. We should put the link out.
That would be a good idea, yeah.
Okay. Let me post it here. I sent the link out to a select few people, but I just posted it in the comments of the chat.
There's no way that we could fuck this up more than the last time Anarcho Synergy Ball tried to do a Streamlab. Or sorry, a StreamYard, and we fucked it up so bad. It was complete boomer shit.
Believe it. I like some of Roth. I like a lot of Rothbard's earlier stuff. I'm looking at the comments right now, but the fucking late period is just oof.
Yeah.
It's like responsible 80s, for a lot of the bullshit in the libertarian movement right now.
I mean, that letter in '83 that he penned after who was it that became chair of the party or something? I don't know. It was basically. Let's see if I can find it.
The Rothbard that people love is usually it's like the late 1960s, early 70s Rothbard when he was actually trying to do the bottom unity thing.
Even in like 1980 or something, I think there was someone who won. I forget the exact circumstances, but I think there was someone who won the Libertarian Party nomination or something, and he like attacked them for not being sufficiently open borders.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's really, I feel like once we get into like mid 80s, late 80s is when he really starts kind of drifting.
Like in regards to problems with Ron Paul, it's more about the people he associates with and what he lets people do. I don't think Ron Paul personally is a shitty person.
Yeah, I don't think he's a shitty person. He had that whole troops on the border thing at one point.
Oh yeah, I think 2008.
Yeah, I think that was 2008. I mean, that was like one of his pandering things, but obviously, I'm not going to make excuses for that.
Yeah, especially his politics, especially in 2008, that totally aligns with who he was. It's not a libertarian position, but
keep in mind he was running as a Republican and trying to appeal to Republicans.
Right, I know, but like.
There are a lot of things I disagree with, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like some of the stuff he did. Like I like the whole that exchange with Giuliani in the 2008 debates was great. And then I always think of that. I think it was like the South Carolina Republican debate where he was talking about legalizing heroin to a bunch of Republicans, which was just like hilarious. And that was great. But I don't think we can take him. I think he gets kind of too played up. Like, he is obviously a major figure, but we can't just take everything he said as gospel.
Yeah, it's the same as Rothbard. It's just, right. I was saying, like, I think in degrees, like, Rothbard is probably a lot worse. Like, especially Rothbard was legitimately a racist. Yeah.
Yeah, well, also, Ron Paul's newsletters, which were obviously written by a person who does not like the Mighty Ducks, were kind of a product of the paleo strategy, too. It was right around that same time.
Well, they were all. I came across a comment one time, and I wish I would have like saved a screenshot of it, but it was somebody who had basically been involved in libertarianism forever. But he was going on basically the whole newsletter thing was like podcasts today, and they all just put out newsletters, and they all just quoted each other, and it was like just this one giant circle jerk of newsletters that you subscribe to, and then they sold you gold. That's pretty much all these newsletters were.
Imagine how late Rothbard would be fucking podcasting, how bad that would be.
Oh god. It would definitely be part of the problem.
Probably a lot like yeah.
Well, no, I'm not calling out anyone specifically, but I would just say that if Rothbard had a podcast, that would be a problem, and he would definitely be part of the problem.
Part of it.
I'm not calling out anyone specifically there.
Right. It's not like he'd be part of a legion of anything or
no, like Skanks or something. No. That's too specific. We don't know what he would have done.
Now I think we know what Ron Paul would do if Ron Paul had a podcast, because he does that. he does a lot of kooky stuff lately,
Yeah,
especially the medical stuff.
yeah. I feel like he's kind of gone down that Lou Rockwell path of because Rockwell, around the time Trump popped up, Rockwell started kind of getting way more into the paleo strategy stuff again, and I feel like Ron's kind of doing that too, which is really kind of a bummer for his legacy.
Right.
I mean, I know there were already
that
things
and-
before that, but
Right. And between that and kind of really, and then COVID really fucked people up, and I really getting into the conspiracy stuff, and I don't know if
Thing-
Ron has gone
thing
full
is-
COVIDs, but
A lot of people don't realize like the dude is like fully a voluntarist, unless he had all his books ghost written, then he's not. But like in his books, he's publicly identified himself as a voluntarist and like talked about all that. So, like he just never calls himself an anarchist. Like,
yeah,
but like so like philosophy wise, I think he's good on a lot of stuff, but definitely like public positions on some policies and stuff because he was a Republican politician were pretty bad.
yeah, and this may be because he was a Republican politician, but I didn't like his whole like overly focused on federalism thing. Like I get trying to localize things, but
That was a
saying like
constitutional argument.
yeah, but saying like yeah, it's okay if states ban drugs. Like no, it's not.
No,
Like
Right.
states don't have
right,
rights.
it's not right. It's states don't have rights, and it's not a. I mean, the libertarian position is that there shouldn't be drug bans. It's not okay if it's a state that does
Right.
it, or
A
the
town that does it, or
city of Fargo.
Narrative,
Yeah.
I'm not going to screech about it because it's states' rights. Like that's fucking
Right.
bullshit.
like it's not okay if your neighbor comes over to your house and says you can't do drugs or something like that. Like no matter who it is, it's an issue. Okay, let's check in here. We got 9 people watching the mystery stream right now. That's good.
Nope, just dropped to 8. Oh no.
Uh-oh. That's no good.
Nope, it's 9. I can't read. That's it. That's my problem. Hey, we got one. We got one on YouTube.
I'm communicating with some people behind the scenes to try to get them to join. So I don't know if our tech guy is, because I think he said he was stepping away for a bit. If anyone is trying to join the stream right now from the link I posted in the comments, let me know in the comments, because I think we're waiting for our tech guy to join back up so he can add you. But I don't know if you're waiting, because I can't see that right now. Okay, let's just do some random shit live. I'm gonna go to LouRockwell.com.
Oh yeah, let's see what we could find. You could screen share too. Believe you.
The spike protein is the killer. Beware of mRNA vaccines.
I'm sure that was very thoroughly researched in the research paper that.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and also there's an article that says oblique admission: the current vaccines will not protect against COVID-19, because clearly they're just for like putting a spoon on your arm and like making it stick or whatever Josh was talking about. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. I'm like 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes.
Come back with a magnet, or like with a seat drum. I didn't see that video. So did Josh actually go on like a 40-minute video like doing the magnet stuff, or what was it? I didn't actually watch it.
No, so the magnets were. He said he watched a 43-minute video of people sticking magnets to their arm.
He watched it for 43 straight minutes.
He seemed pretty adamant that he had watched the entire video.
Hey, it's Jason, and he's watching on YouTube, but typing on Facebook.
Like, I don't know how you sit and watch a 43-minute video, but
There's only so many like people sticking spoons in their arms that I could watch. I'd probably be done about maybe a minute in.
right, but that convinced him that the COVID shot has makes you magnetic. Here's my metal cup.
Okay, you guys ready for this shit?
Doesn't stick.
Oh yeah.
So, I was vaccinated back in. I got my second dose like May 19th or something like that. I'm just trying to untangle my headphones. Give me 1 second. And it's on my left arm, which is right here. Here's a spoon. we're gonna try the Josh Smith experiment and see if he's a dumbass. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's like right. I would say like right here is where a vaccine is usually, right? So this should stick.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I guess he's a dumbass.
For this bit, I totally would have just gone and like put it on my arm and just let it stay.
So apparently I didn't. I either got the placebo vaccine, or this spoon's not. Maybe this is a fake spoon. It's like because I'm actually George Soros sent me this. It's a non-magnetic spoon, so that I can trick people into believing that the vaccine is not magnetic. Because
John, he's gonna withhold one of your checks.
So
if you
I'm not supposed to say this, but the actual point of the vaccine is so that people can stick you to a refrigerator and make you watch Mighty Ducks 2.
The cathedral strikes again.
There's some pretty like impressive planning. Like they're really banking on somebody's television being within proximity of their fridge.
Damn you, Emilio Estevez.
I've got a TV next to my fridge. Yeah.
Put Mighty Ducks 2 on.
Oh, here we can do some trapped.
We'll do it. Let's get the kitchen.
Classic trapped.
And just stick your head in the side of the camera every once in a while.
It's not easy being the Supreme Court guy.
It's not.
Best lineup from Spike's debate with Trapped.
Okay, so here let's try something here. I have Josh Smith's phone number. I am going to send him the StreamYard link and see if I can get him to join so that I can demonstrate the spoon thing. And I will let me find his number in my. I'm not giving out his number because I'm not like doxing him or whatever. But I'm gonna send him the StreamYard link with no context whatsoever, and we're gonna see if he joins so we can figure this out.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
This is quality television. Okay, copy. I'm doing it on my phone right now. Joshua Smith. Send. Okay, let's see what he does. Is he like podcast? Oh, Jacob's here. The vaccine turned me into Nick Fuentes. Sounds about Dave. Okay,
Samuel.
our tech guy is back. I'm gonna send him a message real quick. Okay, I know Jordan is watching this right now. Okay. Actually, we should have someone joining in a second. It's not Josh Smith, but someone is about to try to join, and it would be wonderful.
Uh-oh, who is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's a surprise guest. He said he was busy, and then he's trying now. It would be great. No, I would not. No. Well, you're Jeremy Kaufman, Jeremy K.
I am Jeremy K. We do have Jeremy Kaufman on next week for the podcast.
We do.
And we'll show you how to.
It's going to be a very fun but boring time, and it's not going to be the least bit controversial. And we're all just going to agree on everything, and it's going to be sunshine and rainbows.
Right. And we're going to be like, bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
Things happen. Come to complete understanding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we're just going to be like, actually, you should get the LP National Twitter. Then we're going to endorse Hotep Jesus for LNC.
Our camera is not. Camera's kind of foggy here. Yeah. Hey. Oh, hey. It's John, and Jeremy and Jeremy K. Is that who? It's me and Ava Espinoza. Hi.
Hey guys. How's it going?
It's going good.
We're just having a random stream here, so. Whatever you want to talk about, feel free to.
Oh, thank you. Well, I apologize about the poor quality here on the
No worries.
video.
Things get condensation
just-
sometimes. It happens.
I've been visiting Gibby here at her husband's boxing studio. Well, their boxing studio, going over everything about proportional representation. It's a big learning process for her. But anyway, that's what we're doing, and I'm going to be leaving here probably within about 10 or 15 minutes. But we just thought we'd say hi because we're great. I showed her the Titana Boa Facebook drawing, and tried to explain a little bit about it. That's John Hudak. See the guy on the left? That's the guy who he's going by the avatar Titana Boa.
Okay. How about this guy?
The other guy, is that Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Jeremy. And then there's
Jeremy
Arizona
David?
in the
Jeremy
top
David?
right hand. Yes.
Oh, Jeremy David. Oh, cool. Hey, nice to see you.
Who is it?
He voted for our guidelines to,
Okay.
the Fakertarian election will only go through April 1st, 2022.
Okay.
So that's when we start everything new.
So what you gonna tell them?
He's a participator.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you gonna
I'm
tell
actually the president.
Yeah, that's Arizona right there.
Arizona's in there? Oh, that's Arizona. See that? It looks like a phoenix bird, sort of. He lives in
Okay.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Arizona.
So James,
Thanks
I
for
saw you
coming.
commenting on Tyler Smith's post today. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I want to talk to Tyler more about that. Ever since I had seen him at that California convention, I'd been trying to get in touch with him about the Radical Caucus. So he would not respond by email or telephone or Facebook. So I thought I'd try to give him a little hard time. Maybe he would. And I caught his attention when I told him Karen Harless is the contender. He's the pretender. So hopefully I will get back to that conversation and answer all his questions. I just, he's got to understand, the mathematics. We can't accept a one-party system mathematics. America is a melting pot. There's too much racial and ethnic and other forms of discrimination in all elections under a one-party system. And I have not, nobody knows about how to bring, real competitive elections. So I want to try to help bring him up to par, get him interested, learn the lingo, terminology. Okay, yeah, Gibby wants to talk. Hold on.
okay. James already explained about the racial, but the thing is, I get that one too, but because I'm an economist, now I'm a woman, I'm a candidate president. I think I able to do. You can say I fix it with my knowledge because I already did study for everything for 12 years. But and then also I think I have a ID for the governor because I applied 2014 to be a governor, but I've been in trouble, and then but the 2016, right? But this is
I don't know. I only met you this year, so.
I know, but can I tell them?
Well,
I'm like sensitive, but they have to know because this is social. Okay, John, do you like to me telling you the truth? But this is just my estimate. But the thing is, I have my major economy degree. Okay, so and then that's why my wish is I'm gonna take a two position, be a governor and also be a president of United States for as soon as possible, and then James my PP. But I tell James before, don't forget about me. I have a 6 ballot already, and then my decision, I have a 5, and then plus James a 6 people, my VP, but that's my new solution. You can say my new resolution. But as soon as possible, I want to become a president. Okay, I can do that.
Don't we
This
all?
one, but I need really the people, and then I cannot be a president if I cannot have the people follow me. But the thing is, you have to believe me. I need the people to making the business because my husband and I are business people. Okay, my husband have a talent to be a coach. My business is 17 years. Like I tell James, I know to do like a foreign policy. I can do that too. Because really I can do that with a diplomation because I'm a woman. With a man and man, you are knucklehead, you're gonna fight. But woman, more diplomation, more nice.
She also is very knowledgeable about immigration policies too.
Yeah, we're talking that later. But my point is, I need to talking about economy. But I think I can do that economy. I think. But again, I need the people like you as a social media. But I need telling the truth. Because we need really high integrity for this. Look at this, what we have right now. I cannot do that without the people because we are really already chaos.
I am so
With that,
lost here.
say again.
I am so lost here. All I know is that Titana Boa is supposed to be elected as the president. So I don't know what's going on.
Your voice is broken out, and then I
Yeah,
cannot hear.
Jeremy,
Can you
your
tell
your
me more?
mic was messed up or something. You sound like I don't know what you sound like. A mouse?
Do I sound like a chipmunk again?
Yeah, you sound like a chipmunk again.
Oh my God, are you serious? I already like this. You should put it this. I'm already talking too much. Like I'm
Yeah,
talking about economy.
Chipmunks are a one-party system.
Yeah.
I gotta pop out and restart my computer so it works right. 1 second.
You also, the voice is weird, John.
What?
Your voice also weird. Sounds weird.
My voice sounds weird?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, there's the sketch.
Okay.
See, they're very talented at that. They could. He's putting on this show himself. StreamYard.com.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually from Van Gogh.
Get out of here.
No, really.
Van Gogh painted that?
He did.
Oh, that's a real
Oh, I
Van
thought-
Gogh.
I don't know. I don't think so.
So, John, you cannot hear my voice?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, I already talked too long about economy, about foreign policy. I think I can do that. Taking a 2 position, governor of California. Right now, they had been a recall, and then that's why I start getting the governor thingy, and then after that, I'm gonna get a president. I take a 2 position. What do you
But
think
yeah,
about
I mean,
that?
if Arnold Schwarzenegger can do it, why not?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed that James is blurry. Is that intentional? I just one. There's James is
No,
blurry.
it's something wrong with my camera. Something wrong with my camera ever since I got this phone. Sorry.
You get the new one?
I don't know how to fix it yet.
Oh,
It's blurry.
really?
Trying to obscure his identity. We don't want anybody.
The glass is clean, believe me.
How about my face and voice?
We're going to be we'll have a better photo of her later. So is there any other questions or anything you guys have here?
What are your thoughts on COVID vaccines?
Oh, I can answer that. Listen this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Okay, we had been closed since March 17, 2019. Okay, my business, and then after that, can I tell a little bit about Trump?
Yeah, you can tell whatever you want. We can talk about putting spoons on your arms. We can talk about whatever.
Okay, but my voice is okay right now. You can
Yeah,
hear
I can
me.
hear you.
Okay. This is a
Here, let me
series.
set this down so it won't move. Okay, here.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm like, can you hear me now, guy?
Okay. Okay. We've been close 2019, March 17. You know, because the county telling us we have to close because COVID-19. But I don't know. I think I know, but this is just my estimate. Okay. And then because I a business owner, a small business owner, and then also I like talk to people all the time. And then when we since we closed the business 2019 because COVID-19, and then somehow Trump, meet the press and then telling people about telling the people about this one. Hey, you guys gonna get a suicide, and then I just freak. How the heck this is guy talking like that. And then I tell my husband, I'm gonna study this, and then I'm gonna learning this. So when during we close down, I'm not just relax, but I study. I like to reading the book and then the news, and then I find out. And then I tell my husband I'm gonna buy the book and the newspaper, and then and my husband agree about that, and then we buy the newspaper, and then I find out the COVID-19, really the Spanish flu, you know this is 100 years ago. They say that first from the Wuhan, but I don't think so from Wuhan. This is from German, because
I mean,
during
I
that
think
time,
COVID-19 is just a one-party system.
yeah, you can
But-
say that, but I just talking about vaccine. That's why I know John. But I think I know. But let me finish this story. So this is happened. I'm not being racist. Don't be feel offended, okay? I just wanna telling you the truth, what I know, my knowledge. I still have a limitation, right? Because I do not know the law yet. I still study. Got it? So this is a vaccine, Spanish flu, 1918. Why this is Spanish flu? Because in German they just finished World War I. So after that, I don't know they crowd or not, and then they went to the Spain to do business, and then one of the king, Alfonso 13, get sick, and then they find out in the funeral he get virus. So we believe this what happened, Spanish flu 100 years ago.
So,
Came from Germany.
so
Yeah.
James, do you think COVID-19 has anything to do with Cher?
I don't know what you think.
No.
Could be, I don't know. Could be. We
Could it
still
turn back time?
say again.
I really have not followed it closely enough to tell you. I don't have any opinion about that. I don't know anything about it.
But can I say something? I think I believe I know what I'm doing because my husband and I,
Oh,
my husband and I, doing prevention all the time. So we in the kind of like making people healthy and confident. But let me telling you, John, about speaking about confidence. Everybody have a different confidence because everybody have a mindset different because we are as a individual.
So
And
speaking
then,
of that, James, what are your thoughts on Friday by Rebecca Black?
I really don't know her. Who is she?
Who's that?
She's an international pop star. You should actually. She actually could be someone to add to your list.
Oh, really? Well,
It's Friday. Her
you might
best
want
song,
to,
right?
I could take a note. I don't know. Is she American?
Yes, she is. I believe she's from California.
Okay. Does anyone know how to contact her?
I don't know. I would. You could probably mail something.
We're trying to get people who we can contact. We're requiring their contact information, and we have a lot of people we don't have their contact information. So the ones that, when we acquire their contact information, they tend to get prioritized higher in the voting. So we're trying to, increase the quality by, getting more and more quality, people who are more in contact. Yeah, it's just
Rebecca Black, do you
names.
think you should have to get down on Friday, or should it be optional?
Down on Friday.
Yes.
I believe you're required to get down on Friday per Rebecca.
Because everybody, because I get it, because everybody's looking forward to the weekend, but
yeah,
we can play that and that'll guarantee that this episode goes down.
Okay, let me. Actually, we're streaming to Facebook though, right?
Yeah.
So
they will totally take down they'll totally take down the live stream.
Yeah.
They might do the live stream shit. No, yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Exactly.
We already got enough people trying to get us banned and shit, so.
Well, okay, Arizona is there, and I just want to let him know we really like this Doug Stanhope for president from Arizona. I'm thinking we're probably going to be putting a lot of international members in that mini state. It covers quite a few counties. So try to get some.
The only candidate I am going to support and will accept is Titanoboa.
Is who?
Titanoboa.
Oh, yeah, you got to get down to the bus stop, and you got to catch your bus, and you got to see your friends. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, we're gonna. I don't know. We're trying to. How are we going to attract women voters for Titanoboa? How are we going to get the word out?
Women are people, and people like snakes, right? So,
we can be like partying, yeah, fun.
Can John speak at the debates? We're having our first meeting coming up July 4th.
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay.
I can talk.
Okay, now, so you would be speaking as a presidential candidate, Titanoboa?
Okay, actually, give me 1 second. I actually have something for that.
I think John might.
I think I have.
I'm going to read the bylaw that we just passed.
Okay,
just to get on the record. One, Tatinoba is them one true snap, rule them all, and that was apparently approved by a majority vote as the
so I
bylaw.
Actually pause for a second. I have an election speech back from. I wasn't able to join this call, but I've been meaning to give the speech for a while, so I figure now time is as good as any. So, good evening, James, fellow candidates, ladies and gentlemen of the voting public. My name is John Hudak, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Fakertarians Board of Directors election. One of my opponents, the Honorable James Ogle, would have you believe that paper ballots are the solution to our problems. Mr. Ogle would have you believe that this group would be best served by having each of our members write some names and numbers on a piece of paper and sending them into him all the way out in California. But who needs paper ballots or pure proportional representation voting when you can have a 40-foot-long snake that went extinct 58 million years ago? Titanoboa is an extinct genus of very large snakes that lived in what is now La Guajira in northeastern Colombia. They could grow up to 42 feet long and reach a weight of 2,500 pounds. Their fossils were first discovered in 2009 by a team of international scientists. But why the name Titanoboa, you ask? Well, the name means Titanic boa. Believe it or not, it is the largest snake ever discovered. But what else makes Titanoboa so special? It would be pretty cool if any candidate here inhabited the first recorded tropical forest in South America, don't you think? I won't claim to know the history of everyone running here, but I can tell you that Titanoboa did just that. Titanoboa also shares the honor of being the only candidate running in this election who has had a full-scale model replica of themselves displayed in Grand Central Terminal in Midtown Manhattan as a promotion for a TV show on the Smithsonian Channel. So yes, maybe Mr. Ogle is onto something when he says that male names should vote for female names, in order to create a more diverse board of directors. But imagine the possibilities if human names come together as one happy family and vote for reptilian names. Maybe paper ballots will help. But what if you had a giant snake that could swallow a large stack of paper ballots in one gulp? That is why I am throwing my support behind Titanoboa for chairman of the Fakertarian Board of Directors. Thank you.
Wonderful. Just wonderful.
Beautiful, beautiful, John.
That was great, John.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
What a pristine delivery.
Well, shall I go ahead? Let me do my little spiel here. Okay. Well, on July 4th, we're having our first board meeting, and it will start with, the motion we have by John Hudak, and other business we get out of the way. Then we're going to take turns and introduce each other, equal time and equal free speech time for all those attending. And then at the end of that period, it'll be wide open for the rest of the hour. So we have a new guest who has signed up today, John Treibert. He's libertarian out of Colorado. He's running for vice president, or he's trying to get on the libertarian ballot for vice president. And so far, he has tentatively agreed, as well as Gabby herself too, that he and I will be competing to be on her ticket, and anybody else who wants to. So the show will have it looks like 4 presidential and 4 vice presidential candidates. Now, if we have John Hudak and or Titanoboa, that would give us a 5th. So we hope you can make it there, John. It'll be a telephone conference call. Absolutely. And we didn't have much luck with the video yet, doing Facebook Live, but we'll try to produce some video. Maybe we can release a video later, that not on Facebook or something. So anyway, that's going to happen. Our first board meeting. Hope you're there.
Yeah.
Anybody
absolutely.
else everyone can join in, including Tyler Smith. We could have candidates for. They don't have to be president, vice president. They could be candidates for.
Have you thought about inviting Tom Woods?
I'm sorry.
I said, have you thought about inviting Tom Woods?
Yeah, Tom Woods, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
He's really busy on some island somewhere.
It's an excellent question, because we need, with the new Titanoboa caucus, depending on how the voting works out on July 4th, we are going to need a contact information. So maybe Tom Woods would be willing to be the contact.
Oh, I'm sure he would be.
We could, how to contact him? Does anyone want to?
I know he has a website.
Well, wouldn't you? It would either be, since you're going to be there on the show, it might likely be your name as the initial contact for that caucus. But if he's going to be the contact, he would have to know who future members of Titanoboa caucus are. Because see, we want each.
I'd love to be a representative for Tom Woods.
Okay, well, aren't you? But he might be Mises caucus, wouldn't he? Because we need a contact. We want
the Gary North is the master caucus.
See, the idea is we need the contact for each caucus. So we only have it for the one Libertarian caucus, and now maybe July 4th we'll have the Titanoboa caucus contact. If it were Tom Woods, that he might be the second one, maybe the Mises caucus, or we don't know who it's going to be yet. We have to wait, because I don't know, John. I mean, is it going to be you or Tom Woods for Titanoboa caucus?
I don't know. We'll have to duke that one out. Maybe we can have a debate.
It might be a tie.
Well, we have your contact information, John Hudak. So if we get his contact information, we could, if he's higher ranked than you. But I think in the election you came out at number 2, and he was only in the low 40s or 50s or something. So you would get priority.
Yeah, he sounds like he'd be in the low 40s or 50s. He's part of the loser brigade.
Yeah, so if you didn't want to be the contact, then he could pick, after you. But you would, if you, since you're pretty much going to be the call July 4th, let us know then, and then I'll update the web page. I'll just put your Facebook page as the contact or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We can talk about it more at that meeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if we could bring, I emailed the Black Caucus, Green Party Black Caucus, trying to get them interested. One of their members is on our board, our company, the Parliament Store, Trey. He's out of Minneapolis. He's the chairman of the Green Party Black Caucus. So I'm hoping to get them, but they pretty much delete me. They're not really.
Yeah.
So any caucuses we can get, we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get a great Mises Caucus presence there. I know Michael Heiss is very interested in outreach. So.
Yeah, if anyone you could recommend, like that Wingold guy, what's his name? He was on the ticket there.
Jacob Winograd, he's actually on the stream right now, believe it or not. That's Jacob Daniel right there at the bottom of the page.
Oh, hey. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe it. If we could have him as a contact for Mises, that would be good, if he doesn't mind being the contact for Mises.
Yeah. Jacob, do you mind being the contact for Mises? I think that's yes.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. Okay, well, we'll work it out on July 4th.
Sam Coppinger. Hey, Sam. Do you mind being the contact?
Get out of here.
Yes,
no, that's not really the.
No,
get out
that's
of here.
It's
No way. No way.
Yeah, way.
I recognize.
No, that's Sam right there.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's just their photo. It's not really though. See, they're really good at that.
Oh.
Tom's mad you didn't put him in the lead. That's Tom Woods himself right there.
Isn't he running for president?
Yeah.
Or, I wasn't sure.
He's running for
I know
president
he's
of the Fakertarians caucus, yeah.
Well, we get all that firmed up on July 4th. We got plenty of time. So I'll message you and get all the accurate information, and then I'll update the webpage. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys could meet Gabby. And I'd give you a tour of the boxing gym. They got 4 or 5 guys in there working out right now. Her husband is awesome, Tom Espinoza. He's very cool. He's from of Spanish descent, and he was telling me a lot about American history is not really taught about the true history about Spain and their settling of America and stuff.
We are conquistador.
They were the conquistadors.
Correct.
Yes, John. Okay.
And I think he said something like there's almost 1 billion Catholics worldwide. It's like the biggest.
Oh yeah, Tom knows all about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring Jim Doyle. We're with the Catholic Alumni Association. We're gonna have to build up on that a little more.
I know Tom Woods is Catholic actually, so you could reach out to
John,
him.
do you know conquistador, that meaning?
Yeah, Cortez.
No. The first 5 family colonial of Spain.
No, Cortez was a conquistador.
Okay. Yeah, but we, I think from the King Carlos King, I think, that's why I know. You can talking next time with my husband. You want to say hi to my husband?
Sure.
Okay, call. Hang on.
Okay.
Hey, baby!
They're located here, kind of in Santa Clara County, and they have a lot of international flags and customers. And I was talking to him about it. They had the Chinese,
would not like that.
Has a Chinese flag up there. Hey, this is her, Mr. Tom Espinoza. And
yes.
Hello, Tom.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Who's this guy right here?
That's just a photo.
Oh.
He's switching around photos. These are famous libertarians who might be running for president.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, so anyway, I'm at my boxing gym here, and Gabby's discussing with James all this stuff.
So what are your thoughts on the Mighty Ducks 2?
on Mighty Ducks too?
Yes.
I don't know what Mighty Ducks is. Is that the hockey team?
Yes, it's a movie. It's actually called
Movie.
T2 the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, I like hockey. I don't follow it, but I think hockey's pretty cool.
That's good. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, if you like Mighty Ducks, I like Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you know,
That's
I
good to
come
hear.
from Denver. I come from Denver, and we had the Avalanche, but they were actually the Nordics.
I know. Yeah,
Back in
didn't they used to be in
96.
Quebec.
Yeah, back in '96, and we inherited the team in Denver. So Denver was all phony baloney, you know, and all
Yeah.
about hockey. The
Colorado
Avalanche,
Rockies,
Denver
too.
hockey team. Yeah, and it was actually the Nordics from Canada. They had nothing to do with Colorado.
Oh, I know.
It's funny.
Avalanche. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, anyway, I'll let you get back to your meeting. It's really nice talking with you.
Yeah, you too.
Okay,
have fun.
brother. Take care. Yes.
You too.
How many customer people do you have working out in there now?
Three.
Yeah, he's got three.
I think we're experiencing connectivity issues with James.
Hey, John, I'm telling you, John, I'm so angry. I'm gonna get the governor and then the president. I take two office to get it. You know, as long as I become a commander in chief, I will get it because I know they are like a hypocrites, you know, and then I can do that. I think. Look at the vaccine. They will still make mistake, you know, but I believe what they do is supposed to. I want to get the Nobel Peace Prize, so that's why I know
didn't
this one I
Obama win
can
that?
do that. Huh? Say again?
Obama.
Peace
won
Nobel
that.
Prize. You know,
Yeah.
Peace Nobel Prize.
Yeah, the thing
I want
Obama
to get
won.
that. Say again?
I said the thing Obama won.
Obama.
Oh yeah, last time, but this is mine different because
It's a
thanks
different
God
Nobel
to
Peace Prize.
huh? What happened? Oh, what'd you say, John?
I said it's a different Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh no, the same, but type. I don't know what kind of type. They have a lot of type of Peace Nobel Prize, like mathematics, you know, like history, like you know, science. So mine, you can say science because I think it's not math or I just know about the vaccine because this is virus. We can put it together with the history and then how
Yeah, and
to
the, like,
solution.
small arm and stuff.
Yeah, and then guess what? What they do to us, they give it as a vaccine. That's the wrong thing. But they have to do that. You know what? They have to check type of blood of the people. Number one, and then number two, they should take like a month, and then number two, they have to give it people, you know, free food because we do not know what they put it vaccine into our body, you know, and then that's really wrong. But I just want to follow that first, you know. But my point, they have to check the type of blood, number one, and step two, they have to give it people, you know, the food, and then people can healthy, and then to avoid the freaking virus, and then number three, they should be, you know, check the immune everybody because everybody different, you know.
Yeah, I mean everybody
And then-
needs food because everybody eats and everybody poops.
Yeah,
Compelling.
yeah. But my I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's why I need the next time I'm gonna open my not for profit but really for the benefit for the people. So and then I need the kind of like, you know, donation to open like a laboratorium, you know, and then check the blood.
Like,
and
is that like
everything.
Dexter's lab?
Say again?
Do you know Dexter's lab?
Yeah, you can say that. But but mine is not really big, but a small one because I am gonna, you know, I need the nurse and doctor also because they have to check the type of blood. I do
Yeah,
not
no,
know,
I get
but
that. Like his sister
Uh-huh.
was always messing up his experiments. Like I get the issues there.
yeah.
Oh, we lost James and friends.
Looks like we lost James.
Oh no.
Well, now we're never gonna know how to get rid of the one-party system.
Shame.
We have all these other
that.
people here.
Oh
I
my
wonder
God.
what's on their minds.
So who do we got in here?
Is it safe to come back now?
It's safe.
It's safe out there, kids.
It's safe. What was that?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Nice to meet you. I almost feel like I'm, surrounded by celebrities that I see on Facebook, and you guys are streaming all the time. I didn't realize Johnson Hondak was Arizona at first.
Yeah. Yeah, we're D-list celebritarians.
Yeah. Hi, Arizona.
I try to be low profile.
I'm like F-list.
I'm like Q-list.
Q-list. Yeah.
I'm definitely down. I'm definitely down there.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of us are no-fly list.
I
Oh,
have
man.
been. Okay, that was really good. I
was.
I have not been to probably as many islands as a lot of people that are obviously much more famous libertarians.
I've only been to the island of USA.
I was in the Florida Keys recently, if that counts.
I don't think it does.
I think every island you drive over, it counts.
Yeah, those are islands. Like there's bridges in between them.
Did you go when you go out there? Like where do you go?
There's a nice beach in just south of Marathon called Bahia Honda. I like. Then there's a nice kayaking place in just south of Key Largo, where you can
Nice.
snorkel off the boat and stuff. Yeah.
Bahia Honda?
So
Yeah,
that's
Bahia Honda.
Honda Beach?
What'd you say?
It's Honda Beach. There's a beach for Hondas.
I guess so. You can just put a bunch of cars on there and
Just go park
from
all
there.
my Hondas.
Yeah.
Well, that's Daytona Beach. You just drive your car on down to it.
Yeah.
Daytona Beach is kind of far from me, so I could get there, but I feel like it's like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. I think that's the furthest. Well, Orlando's the furthest south, I think. 'cause
Is
Daytona
Bahia
Beach is north
Bay?
of that.
Not
Huh?
Beach. Playa is beach.
Playa's
Bahia's
Beach,
bay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was something. This whole thing.
Oh, most certainly. Hi, Jacob. Are you there?
Let me Facebook message him.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. Sorry if my.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you guys, although it's just the signal sucks. I'm using my phone, so hopefully I'm coming through decently.
Yeah, you're coming through as long as you're allowed to be here.
Allowed.
Mom and Dad said I have to be home by 11. So.
Okay.
Curfew, yeah.
Okay. We've got time then.
So I texted Josh Smith the StreamYard link, and he has not gotten back to me. So if you wanna use like your Mises powers to get him on here, that would be great.
Unlikely.
There is no spoon.
I've got it right here. See, let's try this again. Okay, Josh, it's do or die time.
I see no magnetism there.
No. Well, because this is the fake spoon. So it's
Oh,
like fake
okay.
news.
The shill spoon, as somebody called it in the comments.
That's why I was making the Matrix reference. There is no spoon.
The only magnetism I see here is John Hudak's animal magnetism.
I actually tried that with a magnet and it didn't work, so I don't know. Maybe I didn't get the right vaccine.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping like random magnets would stick to me. It'd be kind of cool. Like a little thing I could do at parties.
I was hoping to get superpowers, but
I was disappointed I didn't have. I was disappointed that people have been telling me that they don't actually get walking 5G everywhere they go. Which
Yeah, no, I get 3G.
That's why
and
I
it kind of
haven't got.
sucks.
That's why I haven't gotten the vaccine yet. Because I was told that I was going to be implanted with a microchip that gave me 5G wherever I went, and that's what I want.
Nobody's.
The microchip sucks. I keep having to call Comcast.
The version of the vaccine that I got just turned me gay, so.
Same.
I
didn't get anything. I didn't even get like sick.
In the water.
Well,
that's only for frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only turns frogs gay.
It's very important to turn the frogs gay. It's part of the
Waiting for
cathedral.
the frog vaccine.
If we didn't turn the frogs gay, then how would we turn everyone else gay?
Yeah. That's true.
Exactly.
I saw Maj Toure was actually on with Alex Jones the other day, or at least he was on InfoWars. I didn't actually watch.
Dear
so
God, I'm not surprised.
I didn't actually see, but I saw him tweeted out that he was on InfoWars. So I assume he was on with Alex Jones.
Heist has got to harpoon Alex Jones.
Yeah. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Is there anything other than Alex Jones on InfoWars?
I think that Paul Joseph Watson guy used to be on there, but I don't know if he's on there anymore.
I don't know. Does Noodlehead do anything?
Oh yeah, she was.
She used to run around with. She used to run around with.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Who is Noodlehead?
Caitlin Bennett.
Oh Jesus.
Wrong news. I remember her from before she was famous. Like, because I was going at it with Maldo before that, and they just started dating. I remember she had like 1,000 likes on her page, and she was like commenting on vegetarians on the wall.
She was in her and Maldo were in the group.
Yeah, for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was that whole period where they were like getting rid of some of the alt-righters there, and I was like trying to like spur them on, like, okay, this is good growth kind of thing, and then they just fell right back into the same shit.
Right. I almost think it was. I think it was her.
Because
I remember her. I remember her starting to act really shitty, and then Maldo kind of just went right along with it, and then they went off to Griftland.
So did this whole Liberty Hangout thing with Bennett and Maldo, where they're like super monarchist, nationalist, is that them reverting to form, or were they like actually legitimate libertarians that went down the pipeline? Or were they crappy to begin with, and then they pretended to be libertarians and then went back to it?
I think they were all right for a little bit, maybe like 2015 or so, but they quickly got into the Trump stuff, is basically what happened. And they quickly got into like the anti-immigration stuff. Yeah. And then they just kind of basically.
Because Liberty Hangout started.
Trump is my king.
Yeah. Then they got all. Yeah. Then they got all alt-righty, because wasn't like Rachel's involved. Jared Howe.
Yeah, Chase Rachels wrote for them. Jared Howe was there. Chris Johncock's there, who later became a producer for David Duke and Richard Spencer. Like, he produced their podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that arts and crafts show he's going to do.
Oh yeah, he used to like draw on those random masks. Like, I don't even know what that was. I wrote an article about him, and then he like disappeared.
Yeah, and then they started to purge it, and then it was just generic right-wing libertarianism, and for a hot minute, and then it started to get all Trumpy, and then grifty, and then
it's like
and I don't even know who always tweets for them. Because that's where they get the monarchist thing is from their.
It's Twitter. Probably Maldo.
I don't know if it's Maldo or if it's that other guy.
Just knowing them well, I think it's Maldo.
Yeah,
I know them very well. Like, I've had private like talks with them too. I know them well. Yeah. It's probably Maldo.
It seems like Trump's campaign was kind of like the turning point for the libertarian movement, where a lot of these people just went down, because I've been a libertarian actually in ANCAP for like 20 years. And I used to like every day I had to read Lou Rockwell's website, because after 9/11, it was the only thing keeping me sane, because he was the only guy that was like against all the wars.
Yeah.
And so when Trump when he ran, all these people just kind of started to go downhill. Like, Molyneux went downhill.
Yeah.
Lou Rockwell started
Yeah.
going downhill. Tom Woods kind of started a little bit, but he was holding out. You know, he was mostly holding out, but he started a little bit. And then when COVID hit, Woods went downhill. It's like something about Trump brought all of this out of people. And another thing I noticed was like around when Trump started running, I got a bunch of friend requests on Facebook from people that were adding me because I identified as an ANCAP and I had never met them before. And so I would accept it, and because they'd have something like the ANCAP flag on their Facebook thing or something. And then within like a month, they would just start posting all of this alt-rightish, you know, pro-Trump stuff. And, you know, eventually I would just unfriend them. And it's like, that was the time when that started happening. Like when Trump started, that never happened to me before. Like people weren't just randomly adding me. And then I would just find out later, oh, you're actually an awful person. And it's something about Trump just brought it out of people.
Yeah, I feel like the whole paleo strategy thing got revived kind of with Trump. Like, because Rockwell kind of got off of that for a while, and then he really ramped it back up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was, like I said, you know, like after 9/11, I had to like read his website every day.
Yeah, I used to read it.
It was the only place that consistently was going against the war and wasn't really calling, you know, Muslims awful people that wanted to blow us up because they hated our Constitution sort of deal. And then, yeah, Trump happened and he just reverted back to apparently what he was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, is it the populism that attracts people to like I mean, because I know because Rothbard talked about populism a lot in his
right-wing
cuckoo
populism
days.
was that article. Yeah, like 91.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
That's Trump's brand is populism.
Populism rots the brain. It's terrible. It's probably, in my opinion, the most toxic form of collectivism.
Right. Because I mean, yeah, it's zero principles. It's just the mob doing whatever it wants at the moment. I mean, and that basically was Trump's presidency.
In a lot of ways. I agree.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something to that.
So yeah, it just goes back to that. I wonder what the appeal is and why certain libertarians, so-called libertarians, like to latch onto that populism. I think that might, empower.
I think part of it was.
I think that some people were a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
I
Jake.
I think a lot of people were just like some people were desperate and they were a little like, well, Trump's an outsider. So for some people, they were like, he's an outsider, and he had some, not great libertarians, but some people who were liberty-minded, like Rand Paul, around him, and some people just, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it really just turned into this giant cult of personality, and people weren't actually acting on principles or any kind of philosophy. It was just, Trump's the man, trust the plan, it's 3D chess, and, whatever Trump says goes.
Okay, but listen, the perception of the outsider being inherently better in the first place is like populism 101. So, like, the question is, why did that populist strategy appeal to so many libertarians? And I think it's because many of them, like, weren't in it for the liberation of all humankind. They just really want to preserve certain social orders that they perceive the government to be upsetting.
Yep.
What I miss?
That sums it up.
We're discussing populism.
And the other thing is, I think in addition to that,
I mean, there's parts of that I really agree with that, actually.
I bet.
Trump was also very anti-immigration, and I think that appealed to the Hoppian wing of the libertarian movement.
Yeah, true. So you got that.
They hopped right onto that.
Hey, hop it right on.
It's funny. It's funny that a certain sect of the right has this inclination towards preferring the outsider when it comes to outside of like political experience, but they certainly don't prefer the outsider when it comes to people from outside of their own country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a
I
deep
think
thought.
this was more true for just conservatives in general, and certainly there was some overlap with some people who called themselves libertarians. But I mean, I saw it mostly just from Republicans and conservatives, and just people who like completely got consumed by everything MAGA, and people, and I mean, and then really like guys know I'm a Christian, and then really sick idolatry where people are literally like conflating Christian imagery and stuff with Trump, and it's just like, it was really sick and disgusting to watch, and really like I've kind of been disenfranchised from most of the churches in my area because Trump took over and poisoned people's minds so effectively, unfortunately. And yeah, I think populism can easily pull on people's fears. It can easily influence people to, it brings out the worst in humanity, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree, for the most part.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are always looking for leaders. They always want somebody to lead them, and it's kind of hard to instill that in like the independence, like our self-reliance into people when they've been used to this for so long. So like populism just naturally appeals to people looking for strong leaders, and unfortunately, we got a lot of that.
Well, and also for people who are looking for scapegoats.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This is how Hitler rose to power, and I'm not going to say that Trump was exactly like Hitler in every way, but honestly, like I understood where people were going with those comparisons, because I mean, with Hitler, it was blame the Jews, and not just the Jews, but really anyone that's non-Aryan, and then with Trump, it was blame the immigrants, and so I mean, there's definitely similar aspects to that, and Trump coming in and going, you're all getting screwed, and pointing. Maybe sometimes occasionally pointing to people in government as the source of that, but mostly just pointing to, like saying people who are different than you and people who are trying to come here and the other side, and just promoting more of the same stupid political tribalism that, was already there, but he just ramped it up, turned the dial from, it was already at like 8, it seemed, and then he turned it up like to 10 and then some.
He appealed to people's like worst like sensibilities, like that nativism stuff, like, and that's unfortunately there's a lot of people in the United States like that. He understood that, and it's not like he has a whole marketing team behind him, I'm sure, and like he has coaches and all sorts of shit. Like that is a pretty clear strategy to appeal to people like that. It's kind of like paleo strategy writ large on a national scale for the Republicans, except this is more. I was like, I guess this is the GOP now. Is the GOP collapsing? Is it faction? Like, I don't understand where the future is for them now. Is it all Trump?
I mean, I think if he runs again, he'll get it.
Like, yeah, he's gonna get it again. If he's gonna get the nomination again if he runs. So it's like, what happened to the rest of the Republican Party that, the anti-Trumpers and stuff like that?
Right. Well, I mean,
yeah, I mean, they're all gone. I mean, like I remember back when Trump was elected, like the only there were some conservatives who were vocal against Trump. I mean, Ben Shapiro was one of the more well-known ones, but even he by the end of Trump's term, I mean, pretty much was across the board in favor of Trump. But he would cite his past disagreements, but he just bought into and pushed the same stupid fear mongering, which is like, oh, we can't let the Democrats win, can't let the left win because they're going to strip away our freedoms, and acting like Republicans have been like good defenders of freedom, and B, haven't also pretty much done all the same shit. And it's just the same stupid political like at the end of the day, the rhetoric is different between the Democrats and Republicans, but what they do is not that far apart, and it's all political theater.
Yeah, largely the arc of the United States and the policies has been the same no matter what, whether it's with a Republican or Democrat. It's just the vested interest of the state and all of the state's cronies to keep that going. It's just it's big game, you know, like got to keep that money flowing, got to keep power like going, like it's always going to keep going that direction because it's just the incentives are there, and it's just going to keep making itself larger. People with power and like money that are accumulated are just going to keep taking advantage of that, and politicians are more than willing to take their money, and it's just going to keep going forever and ever until something collapses. I'm hoping for a collapse.
Speaking of collapse, I mean, do you guys think that's on the horizon? I mean, like, how much longer can this like bubble economy, just keep pumping dollars into the money printer go burr? I mean, like, I don't know. Everyone's got a different opinion. It seems some people think that we'll have another 10, 20 years. Some people think we have like 2 years at the most. I mean, I have my opinions, but I mean, what do you guys think?
Might be in the calm before the storm.
I'm not an expert, but I'm building up my crypto portfolio.
Yeah.
It's weird because I used to be totally in on the I used to be totally in on the whole gold bug narrative that just everything was going to collapse in like 20 minutes and we were just completely doomed, and here we are 10 years later and literally 3 times as much debt, and I don't know how it's almost this mystery, like fiat currency and and reserve banking, like it just seems to work, but there's really no explanation for it, which makes sense that there is worries about it not working. So I don't know. I don't know at this point. I mean, I'm almost like, can we literally just, as AOC once said, just spend the money? Is that actually possible? I don't know if it is.
If you keep on spreading the military-industrial complex and keep on engaging these foreign conflicts, I mean, I don't know if you can keep pushing it forever, but I think that's mostly how they prolonged it. I mean, honestly, like it's like when you think about it, like when you're the world's biggest superpower and you have the reserve currency, and plus people, and then you're also getting the population to keep buying into the need for the state because the war on terrorism and stuff like that. I mean, it's
a self-perpetuating
home and abroad.
Yeah, so it's a self-perpetuating machine that, you could just spend the money as long as you continue to remain that dominant force. Then nobody has any choice but to accept your dollar, your unit of currency as the reserve currency, as the master currency, no matter what. Then, I mean, that essentially gives the U.S. unlimited money at this point.
I think we're still going to see market corrections like we did in 2008, and they're going to be even larger this time because there's been even more malinvestment in the sectors that have been stimulated by federal spending and by the money being pumped in. So I think we are due for a much larger correction in 2008, and I think that's looming on the horizon.
I think corrections definitely are still, obviously a possibility like in 2008, but does it collapse? With the way things are going right now, it's hard to tell. I mean, corrections obviously suck, but
corrections or collapses, are they going to blame it on the COVID stimulus and us continuing the same game, or are they going to somehow sell the same bullshit they've done in the past, which is it's the failure of free market capitalism. We just need more regulations and more government spending, and then we'll come out of this on the other side and everything will be great. It's just like, and I don't know the answer to that. I would like to think that at some point people will wake up and smell the bullshit, but history tends to tell us that people are sometimes happy to keep on
Right. It'll be interesting to see, because I think a lot of people this time were a little bit more tuned in than they were when the mortgage market collapsed, and a lot of people, I mean, it was news, it was big deal that what the Fed was doing and how it was trying to stabilize markets, whatever, when the economy was collapsing during the pandemic. And I mean, not gonna lie, ultimately, fucking buying corporate bonds, seemed to kind of work. as much as, nobody wants it to, it's not a libertarian position, but it seemed to kind of smooth things out as we, kind of slid into a shrinking economy. But I think a lot of people are more aware. So I guess I just wonder what would be the bubble that pops because it's, is it going to be mortgages again? Is it going to be something else? Like what would end up being that trigger to pop?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of the opinion. I don't think we're going to see like a collapse. My impression of what's going on is we're gradually sort of like trading away our future standard of living to support what we're doing now. So we're not going to have like a collapse, but our rate of like living better is not going to be as big.
We'll slow
That's
down.
because what they do is like with the Great Recession and all that mortgage stuff, what ended up happening was the government ended up having a lot more control over, the mortgage market and the financial system. So it's like they're giving more present stability in exchange for giving up future standard of living, kind of, is how I abstractly think of it. And it's like they're trying the crappy system that they have in place, like inherently has booms and busts, and eventually they keep getting, they might reach a point where it becomes a collapse or something like really, really, really bad, like existential. But nobody wants that, because an actual existential collapse isn't good for the people that run the show, because then they lose everything too. So they don't want that. So they're trading. They want security now, and instead of implementing more freedom, which would be the correct thing to do, they clamp down harder, and they start like taking away, like instead of like our standard of living going up like 4% per year, we'll just knock that down to 3% a year, and we'll get more. That'll kind of keep us stable, that sort of thing. But yeah. I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's all just theory guesses at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, this last year, and how much Ron Paul has always talked about the Fed and everything that it does, and I mean, it literally the last year the Fed has done everything that is supposedly incredibly bad, but like on overdrive. So yeah, it's interesting.
Well, the interesting thing about what the Fed is doing...
Well, it was coupled with people being pushed to be more dependent on the system, which is part... I mean, it's like they're always able to get away with this stuff because, like, they'll do it and couple it with some major, world, like threat, a major threat. And, so it's like, if you can always time these things well, I think that's what keeps it going.
Yeah. Well, and...
Well, it's time, you say.
So our commenter, Melissa Murphy, she goes in to talk about, that sounds like capitalism. And that really, that really brings it back to the, what's capitalism, what's free markets, what is that? And
loaded word with too many definitions. Same with
yeah.
I don't think anybody here wants my take.
I want laissez-faire. That's what I want. I want free, actual free stateless markets. That's what I want.
That's pretty much what I want. I really don't care whether after that, whether people, like some people form profit-seeking institutions, mutual aid societies, their little communes, whatever they want to do. I don't care. As long as we're all free and we can choose what we want to do. That's
yeah, I think optimally letting them all compete with each other and letting people choose what works best for them is what I would like.
Yeah.
As long as there aren't any more sequels to the Mighty Ducks, then I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I seek a Mighty Duck-based society.
No, abolish Mighty Ducks.
So, for anyone who doesn't know,
we're about to have a debate between a Mighty Ducks-based economy and abolish Mighty Ducks. Let's go.
So I
So
actually
Melissa says-
My
emailed-
wife doesn't understand why on Disney Plus, whenever like the new Mighty Ducks TV show comes on, I just start giggling uncontrollably. And just doesn't understand
Lou never
the
got
reason
Lou
for
never
that.
got back to me. I emailed Lou Rockwell about his opinion on the new Mighty Ducks miniseries, and he never responded.
Ah, coward.
And his email is something like really boomerish. Let me see if I can find it.
It's Lou Rockwell at. Is it like Lou Rockwell at Mac.com?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like I didn't know that was a thing.
Mac.com? Yeah, it's about a 30-year-old thing.
So he probably has like the same email he had from when he wrote about the Mighty Ducks.
Well, that I don't think Mac.com existed in 93.
Was that when that article was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like 95.
Okay, let's see.
I still have my
still
AOL
no Lou
email.
Rockwell email.
Still no email from Lou Rockwell, huh? Oh, what
No,
a shame.
It's sad.
I'm
It's
sure
very
he'll
sad.
get back to you someday.
Yeah,
He might only check it like once. He might not even check it anymore. I mean, he might have just set it up and has never checked it.
Yeah, he probably had his grandson set it up or something, and he can't figure out how to get on.
Only uses it to log into other things, hey? Lou Rockwell. My goodness.
Okay. So I don't know what anyone else wants to do, but I'm pretty ready to wrap it up soon. I'm pretty exhausted at this point, but that's just me.
Did anybody get
You
a
guys
chance to
can
look at
continue
my
if you want.
avatar picture? Because I was curious if anybody would respond to that.
I can't even see it. It's too small for me.
Oh wait, I just opened it.
I didn't know if there's a way to zoom in or not on the computer.
I right clicked on it and I saw it, and now I can see it. I mean, I right clicked and did like open image and new tab. Yeah,
I
they
thought
stopped
they could
taking
find
those steps after a while.
I have a bone to pick with you,
That's
Jacob. You
kinda-
need to
that's
unblock
kinda-
me on Facebook.
But I was gonna say that's kind of always been my contention that they did take some steps
I'll
at the start.
unblock
but-
you, man.
Don't call me man.
Sorry, no offense intended. It was just, yeah, I'll
Thanks.
unblock you.
Very good.
See, we've had a reconciliation here. What a good night.
Yeah, let's call it that.
But only if Jeremy unblocks me. This is a three-way negotiation now.
Kinky.
Ooh, 3 ways.
Oh my.
Show of hands. Do I unblock Jacob?
Yeah,
On the
unblock
condition
Jacob.
that he lets John and I into the Mises office.
I don't think he'd be allowed to do that.
Well, it's just a Facebook group. It's not membership.
I mean,
so-
I'll let you.
yeah.
I'll let you in. I can't.
A
guarantee
fourth
how long
player
you'll last in it.
has now entered the arena.
Yeah, let me in. Here we go.
Yeah, let us in. Yeah, let John in right now and let me in right now. I'm gonna go sign up.
Aren't you guys?
Okay,
Are you
I
guys
guess
actually
everything did
blocked?
work out after all.
I can't actually like search for the group right now because I'm blocked. But
Oh no.
Oh,
Can
how
you
do I think
unblock them, Jacob, from the group so they can apply?
I mean, you guys have all your sock accounts in there. I don't think that
what
you heard.
what sock accounts?
It's no
I don't
stock
know what
accounts.
you're talking
Nobody has any sock
What's
accounts.
a sock account?
No, I've never heard of that.
I have one confirmed, and I've been extremely gracious in not removing it.
Oh, the gracious Jacob.
Wondering which one he confirmed.
You shall all worship me in my amazing graciousness.
That sounds like an ideology to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to remember how to unblock people. Let's see.
The arcane system known as Facebook is not easy to user or to admin.
I've said this before. I would pay $5 for Facebook to actually work.
Unblocked from the group now. I think you can join.
Wait, what?
I would literally subscribe
Good.
to Facebook if it worked right.
Yeah, but what are the chances they could do that?
True. Like, if I could just literally, if they had a customer service line, I would even send an email and wait for them for a month to respond. I would be okay with it. I would still pay them $5 a month to do it.
Yeah, but once it becomes a subscription service, then all of a sudden it's like pay to keep your page up or something. Buy this $20 microtransaction to remove the strike against your page.
Oh God.
Well, one of my
true.
Cathedral contacts got me unbanned from Facebook from before. I was banned for like 2 months.
Jeremy, you just want to be a corporate slave to Facebook. You're not really libertarian.
John is deep in the cathedral.
I am.
Every Cathedral contacts got him unzucked.
Lucky.
Yeah, I still lost my original account.
That's sad.
It's not deep enough in the cathedral.
We have some Cathedral Mises Caucus unity at the Libertarian Party of Pennsylvania. They
really, I
endorsed
believe
a
that
candidate for the Judicial Committee.
I believe that without hesitation. The Mises Caucus working with the Cathedral, yeah, sounds legit.
No, there was no formal.
Okay.
There was no formal cooperation.
I just remember.
I bet there wasn't.
Chaos in Pennsylvania.
There never is formal cooperation when it comes to the Mises Caucus, is there?
What was that, Arizona?
I said I just remember absolute fucking chaos in Pennsylvania. That's what I remember. I'm sure there was some voting.
Apparently, I was an
happened.
out-of-stater because the story was that we bussed in a bunch of people from out of state, even though everybody on the buses was from PA.
I never heard anything from out of, like bust in from out of state. I mean, who are you going to bust in from out of state? There were buses, but they were from Pittsburgh, which obviously is
when I first joined
Philadelphia, which is in Pennsylvania.
The Mises Caucus, I was asked about that a few times. They were like, "I heard you guys bust in busloads of people from out of state to try to take over the convention, and that's why they didn't vote to waive the 180-day rule." I was like, no, the buses started out in Philly and stopped in Harrisburg and then ended up in Pittsburgh.
I mean, maybe you guys organized there, but did you verify that every single person that came to do that was from Pennsylvania?
I mean, I know everybody that's in the PA Mises Caucus that was on that bus.
All 3 buses?
The only out-of-stater on that bus was from Maryland.
So you did bus in out-of-state.
Oh, Jeffy, Mr. Sudafed.
So wait, were there 2 or 3 buses?
There was 2 buses.
Okay, 2 big white buses. Okay, yeah.
Well, and
But
which really has nothing to do. Out-of-stater has nothing to do with the entire 180-day thing anyway. I mean, I was an out-of-stater. Technically, I'm part of the LPPA now, and I never got to vote either.
Who was the guy that took the fucking pineapple? I'm still trying to figure that out. Somebody stole that pineapple, and I saw him, and I don't know who he is.
I don't know anybody who would do
that. That was Heiss.
It was one of Heiss's. But I spotted the guy. He was very angry. He was wearing all black. He was like in his early 50s and had gray hair. He was very angry and vocal at the event. I just remember he took a pineapple and walked across the street with it, and then he came back without the pineapple. And I know that pineapple was at the delegate sign-up table. So
was that the guy who was screaming "fuck you" at the people in the back?
He might have been that guy screaming "fuck you," but
I heard someone walked up to Heiss and said that I send my regards or something like that, or I say hi.
Apparently that happened.
Just heard about that.
I heard about that too.
That sounds scary. Poor Heiss. Poor Michael Heiss.
I think somebody was
that must have scared the bejesus out of him.
But it wasn't like a friendly hello from John Hudak or anything. I don't think it was definitely a threat.
I should pull out my Mises Caucus shirt.
Maybe you should, yeah.
Wait, you have a Mises Caucus shirt?
Heiss sent me one, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not joking.
Do it.
Is this recent he sent it to you?
No, he sent it to me when I was a mod on the page.
Oh, I was gonna say that's
Yeah, he's not sending
What a
me
trophy.
anything right now.
You think maybe we can get John back as a mod again?
That'd be great. Yeah. Dave
What an
Smith is going to
ass.
be kicked for HIPAA violations.
HIPAA violations with 2 P's, right?
Yeah, HIPAA.
HIPAA.
Hippo.
Hip.
Oh, fuck.
There were a lot of HIPAA violations at the convention.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off here.
I believe it.
All right,
I mean,
should
my
we call it a
my
night?
membership is still pending.
Uh-huh.
You gotta let me in.
Listen, all of our disagreements aside, I have no hatred and no hard feelings toward any of you.
Oh yeah, same.
hope you guys
Mhm.
know that.
Yeah. Sometimes I get
You
fired up.
disappoint me sometimes, but
I did
Disappoint me.
unblock you.
because I know you.
I finally figured it out because apparently I'm a boomer trying to use Facebook.
You and Lou Lockwell can join a club on how boomer you are.
On Mac.com.
On Mac.com.
Mac.com.
With a Mac.com email address.
I actually read up on it to still have a Mac.com
Jeremy,
email
answer
address.
me
There's
honestly, do
a
you still use Alta Vista? Please tell me you do not use Alta Vista.
Free webs.
Ask Jeeves.
Wow.
I'm an Ask Jeeves guy.
I'm a Netscape guy. I'm still using the old Netscape stuff.
Does AskJeeves.com?
I just,
oh my god,
I just type all my
Ask.com still
emails through the
exists.
blockchain.
Anybody remember Lycos.com?
Oh, Lycos. Yep. Yep. That was a pretty big one for a while.
Oh, hi, Jordan.
What's up, boys? And everybody else?
Hey,
Hi, George.
Thank you.
Jordan.
Very
Y'all,
inclusive grading. I appreciate it.
no problem. If I have to write any more of this damn dissertation, I'm going to jump head first into the shallow end of an empty pool.
I'll write it for you. I can't guarantee it will go well or, look good upon you, but I can write it.
Well, just put it up and stream it, and we'll all work on it together.
That works.
yeah, get Josh Smith involved, and we'll do it on the spoons. And
Is there?
Yeah, so
Can you do a dissertation on crowdsourcing dissertations?
I'm pretty sure you can for the sociology department and maybe for econ. And God knows Florida State, like their law school has let worse shit get through, but the medical school will not tolerate it.
That would be what we call a recursive dissertation.
Yeah, right now we're dealing with the fact that one of the papers that I had to read, someone decided to make a model for schizophrenia by giving rodents THC as an IV. So that's a thing that exists for some reason.
I would love to. Once again, Jordan, human trials, drugs. I'm here for it.
Okay, but I love that I said this will give you schizophrenia, and you're like, yes.
Sign me the fuck
Hey,
up.
put that
Why
in my
not?
arm.
Yeah, whatever. But you also said like you kill the rats at the end anyway. So once
First
again,
of all,
where's
I'm not killing any of you for this. There's way too much legal paperwork involved with that. And again, I don't trust Florida State's law school to handle any of it.
Sounds
Aw.
right.
John?
I'm not there.
Oh wait, no, you're okay. Yeah,
No, he's
you're
at Miami. He goes to a different law school.
okay.
Trust me, if I was trying to make fun of Hudak's law school, I probably could find like didn't Invictus go to school there?
No. He went to like
What?
somewhere in like Illinois.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
I thought he went to school in Florida.
Let me look up his Florida bar profile. 1 second.
There's no way he's on the bar still, right?
He is.
At least.
Yep.
In
That's
Florida.
why
Dreadful.
We've been
Florida.
we've been through this. you can get on the bar, and that's when you can start fucking
Yeah,
up.
It looks like he's still active. He went to DePaul University.
Oh, okay.
We were trying to figure out the other day if James Flom passed the bar or not, because he was supposed to in May, and I think we were trying to
about
find
that.
out.
Oh, Jimbo. He's pretty much like erased his online presence, so something tells me he screwed something up.
Could it be the number of people he threatened to sue? Or the number of people he accused of being pedophiles?
That could be.
Apparently I traffic my boyfriend who's 3 years
Oh yeah, I
younger
remember
than
that.
me. Apparently he's 16. I mean, I guess compliments to my boyfriend for appearing 16, but he's definitely not.
Yeah. I still remember like when he was up and down denying that he knew who Kat Schneider and what's her name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that
honestly, the times of James Flom in the group, because I was also dealing with Flom on like another page that I run too, and just the insanity of him was probably one of my favorite arcs in the group.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was my favorite. Yeah, that was Flom.
Favorite is still probably John Carter, but that was
I like Jimmy
That
Wood.
was fun too.
Jimmy Wood was good.
Jimmy. We found John Carter through Jimmy Wood, but
Yeah, it's true. But Jimmy Wood not being able to do math and thinking the Jews declared war on Germany.
yeah, well, that's not as bad as thinking Jews started the Civil War. That was a thing. That was a real thing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh,
But it came from the same two people, so it's not surprising that neither of them did particularly well in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say history, but I don't imagine they did well in any class.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right,
So
I'm
did
like.
the spoon test not
Oh,
work?
what'd you say? What'd you say?
I was asking if the spoon test didn't work.
Let's try it again.
No, it was a complete failure. Third time's the charm? Nope.
Nope. It did not work. And Josh never
John
responded.
just didn't
to
get the
my
right
seniority one.
vaccine. That's what we think happened.
Yeah, it's Pfizer.
So he got Pfizer. Have we tested this? We need to try it with Moderna.
Anybody have a
we need to
spoon and have
find
Moderna?
You gotta give John all of the vaccines now.
I had
the Moderna.
I also got the Moderna.
I used a magnet. Yeah, I had Moderna. I used a magnet on my arm and it didn't stick. So even like having an actual magnet didn't work. So,
I'm pretty sure that means you're part of the loser brigade.
Yep.
I've been in the loser brigade since I was in middle school.
The fun part's going to be in like 18 months when they're telling us that like we should have all died of the first round of vaccines, but the boosters are coming out, so that's going to be so much fucking fun.
Will the Wi-Fi package be on the boosters?
I hope so. I'm
Yeah,
trying to get
Wi-Fi better
5G
be better.
after. Windows 11 is going to be in the next shot update.
Oh, thank God.
Oh God, please count me out then.
If somebody told me they could legitimately like inject a Wi-Fi extender into my fucking arm, I would do that right.
That's what I've been
Like-
saying. Like I've been like, dude, please give me just like 5G everywhere I go. I will be a walking hotspot. Like
Please
if that was actually
upgrade
real,
me.
I'd be like breaking down the front door to get that shit.
Like imagine Cyberpunk 2077, but like without the glitches and also in real life. I want that. I want it today. I want it.
Can I drive my car through the bar still? And, like, turn the bar into a drive-through? Just like
I think there's probably
Cyberpunk?
other problems with it, but if the car is self-driving, that's probably going to be okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Like there are no DUIs in a car that doesn't have a driver,
It's true.
which may
Unless
actually
we
be
can
why
find- we can
James
box people.
Flom is waiting until after he gets a Tesla to finish law school.
Can't argue with that logic.
All right, so I'm exhausted right now, so I'm pretty ready to go to bed. If you guys want to keep going, you're welcome to. But I think I'm gonna hop off.
I think
Gotta put it down.
it's probably
Yeah.
probably about time to cut the live
Yeah.
stream at least. We can hang out here still, but yeah, let's cut the live stream.
Before you go, John, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
What is your over/under on the number of wins the Dolphins will have this year?
So we've got 17 games this year. So I'm actually going to go 10 because I think the offense should be improved with Fuller and Waddle.
I agree. That 10 was going to be my guess too.
Yeah, especially with the 17 games, because that adds a whole nother wrinkle to it. We're turning into ESPN now, but
yep.
I don't get it.
I've been so far.
I hope they get a hole in
I
one.
didn't even know they added an extra game.
yeah, they did 17. You can't go 8-8 anymore.
Nope.
I hope the
I don't
announcer says
consume
goal.
sports entertainment.
To the immense
All right.
disappointment of Bears fans, you can't go 8-8 anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. All right, but thanks to everybody for watching, and come back next week, and we'll be interviewing Jeremy Kaufman.
Yay.